everyone, this is Ashish Sadekar and I'm going to continue on the PGMP questions, exam questions that I covered in the first video. In the earlier video, I took one scenario and had two specific questions from the scenario which we discussed at length. Now I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 more questions which we can use for your PGMP exam. So let's understand these questions first. Our tips and tricks remains the same. We follow the process of elimination. We look for the specific keyword the examiner is trying to ask, and then we try to read all the answer choices before we zero down on a single answer. So here we go again, right? Another assumption before I start. You are a program manager for a large program. That's one assumption that you need to go for on this question. Okay, and all PGMP questions. Second assumption, okay, there is no other assumption that you need to take other than what is written in the question. So here we go. I'm reading the question. It's on your screen as well. A program successfully delivered a new data analytics platform and the program team was disbanded. So the program was disbanded. The benefit sustainment plan requires the marketing department to use the platform to generate quarterly customer insight reports, leading to a sustained 5% increase in cross sales. So the sustainment plan is saying the marketing department needs to use this platform to get additional revenue. 1 year later, the new portfolio manager observes that the cross sales are not increased. An investigation reveals that the marketing department was reorganized and the new team was never trained on the platform. So there was a new team, was never trained on the platform. They did not use the platform to generate the customer insights which can lead to the 5% revenue. So the question now is in the last sentence. The keyword is, okay, from the program management perspective, what this situation primarily represent a failure. So from the program management perspective, what you could have done better. And the options are the program manager A, for not ensuring the benefit sustainment plan included provisions for organization changes and ongoing changes. So this is a good option. It's saying that the sustainment plan did not account for the change of the team and therefore train the new team. Okay, that is one. The second option is saying the new marketing director, because of the reorganization, for not taking ownership of the capabilities and benefits assigned to the team. He should have taken the ownership and done the necessary thing to train his people, and therefore they can reap the benefits. Also a good option. Third, the program sponsor for not providing adequate oversight to ensure benefits were sustained after the program closure. So the program sponsor who is funding the program, he is not giving oversight and he should have intervened. Now this option, program sponsor, I would have used the nice word called program governance. If they would have done that, was a possible option as well, right? But program sponsor himself intervening is probably a wrong choice. So I will skip C. Then the D, the PMO, for not tracking the long-term benefits of the program as part of its portfolio management function. So PMO as a part of portfolio for not intervening. Now the question I said is from the program management perspective, what you could have done better. So I think the PMO and the sponsor is out. Now remains the marketing director and the program manager. Out of these two, from the program manager perspective, I think the A makes a very suitable, unambiguous choice. The marketing department head or the director may have done this, but from the program perspective, you could have trained the new guy by altering the benefit sustainment plan. I would definitely go with A in this case. That's the correct answer. I hope you are getting it. Okay, I'm going to the next question. The next question states, a program manager notices that the adoption of a new technology in one project within the program could yield significant benefits if implemented across other projects. So, new technology, if implemented, can give benefits for other projects as well. However, there is a resistance from some other project teams. So, what should the program manager do first? So, first is always written in capital, which means that all the 4 actions might be valid, but what he will do first to facilitate the wider adoption of the technology. So, the technology needs adoption. There is a resistance. What the program manager should do? So the key word here is there is resistance from the team, and therefore the question is what the program manager should do first. Okay, now let's try to answer this question. The options are A, mandate the adoption of the new technology across all projects immediately. Mandate means, okay, mandate is giving an order from the governance board that the adoption of new technology across all projects immediately. For the projects, the program manager is mandating, forcing the project team to do that. Okay, maybe that's one option, but I don't think that's the first thing that he should do. Okay, but I will park this. Go to the second, conduct a pilot study in one project to demonstrate the benefits and address the concern. Show them that because this, how much are the benefits, you show it through one project. That might be another option. A good strategy, but maybe that is not what he will try to do first. Already we have said there are benefits from this project. So that has been a proven thing. So again, repeating may not be a good relevant answer at this stage. C, organize training session for all project teams to increase their familiarity with the technology. A good option, but you don't know if the resistance is because of the familiarity or not. So you need to tackle the word why there is a resistance. So C may not be a good option. Now the D is gather feedback from all teams to understand the resistance before making a decision. Now it's hitting the target. You want to understand. That's a key one. Why people are resisting this technology is what you need to understand. And if needed, you go to C, organize training session. If needed, you go to B, where you can pilot it and show the actual benefits, and then go to A to mandate it across the programs. I hope you are getting it. D is the correct answer. Okay, let me take another question. Okay, the last question for this video. A program is undergoing a significant shift in the strategic direction due to external market forces, and this happens a lot with programs. Due to external environmental factors, the program goes through a lot of changes which you cannot control as a program manager. How should the program manager ensure that the program remains aligned with the new strategic direction? So how you ensure as a program manager that it remains aligned with something new? The portfolio manager or at the top management, they are decided of the new strategic objectives. A, let's understand the answers. A, continue with the original plan while monitoring the external market forces. I think that's completely wrong. Okay, you can omit this because you do not want to continue with the strategic objective at change. That's a very basic of the program management plan. So you remove this part. Second, realign the program objectives and the projects to the new strategic direction through a structured change management process. I think this hits the target because we are talking about new strategic direction, and you need to alter the business case to reflect the new strategic direction, and therefore the CSFs and the KPIs, and therefore the program components, which are projects, through a structured change management process. That is a good option. I will definitely have inclined towards B, but I will not choose B unless I read C and D. So the C is wait for further instruction from organization strategic planning department. No, you don't have to wait from anyone. You need to take a call. You have the authority to take the call. Either you or the governance board. In this case, if nothing is written on governance board, you have to take the call. This you do not have to wait for any instructions. C is also omitted. And D, make incremental adjustments to the individual project without altering the program strategy. Also similar like A, the essence is changing the strategic objective. You can't have the same strategic objective. D is also omitted. Unambiguously, this is B. I don't have any element of doubt on the answer B. So here we have covered 3 questions of PGMP, which enhances your thought process, helps you to understand very specific exam questions, how to answer them as well. I hope you're liking the video. I would like you to give your comments and suggestions how to improve it, which type of questions we can take, because I'm going to continue with such kind of questions in my next video, and I hope it is useful for you. So I will encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like our video, give your suggestions so we can enhance, improve the way we do these things. So thank you so much for watching the video, and be tuned for my next video on similar, a little more harder questions than this, as I come back sooner than later on the PGMP exam questions. Till then, goodbye and have a great day. Thank you.